It's been 4 weeks since you called, and I've been waiting here for you all along. I've been waiting here for you all along. Where you been? Where did you go? I wonder if you found what you're looking for. Wonder if you found what you're looking for. I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Sounding a bit groggy because this is the first thing I've said today. I've just woke up. We are now on to 10 to 8, which isn't ideal. I got up at 7, then I did my hair, sorted the cats out, and made myself a coffee, and here we are. But I mean, I do like a slower morning. That was much slower than I anticipated though. So today I thought I'd bring you along just for a normal old day and kind of a fly on the wall vlog of my own personal fitness journey. Fitness journeys look different for everyone, so I'm just going to openly and honestly share mine and what I get up to today in terms of trying to turn my life around, trying to become more healthy. And that's not just diet, it's also lifestyle and the choices I make every single day. So today I started my day off with a coffee. It's a very full cup of coffee, mind you, so if I don't spill this everywhere, it will be a miracle. I've been trying not to have as much coffee recently, but if I'm honest, maybe like 3 years ago I wouldn't even be interested in coffee if you asked me if I wanted a coffee. Then I did nights and it ruined me because I became really dependent on coffee. So full disclosure here, I do still need a coffee to get going in the morning. There are days when I don't fancy one and I can just have water instead, but most days I do like a coffee. So it is a habit I'm trying to kick and trying to kick the dependency of. But it is a nice way to start the morning, I find. You know, it's very like calming, it feels really nourishing. It's not at all, but it just feels, it's part of my routine, I think is what I'm trying to say here. I did drink green tea for the first time in forever the other day, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I might try to slowly integrate green tea into my routine and see if I can slowly replace it over time. I never used to drink coffee, I always used to drink herbal tea. And to be honest, just water. So I'd like to get back to that version of Kay because I feel like she was much more on it, you know. So this morning, in an hour, I need to set off to go to a Reiki session, which is part of my own like spiritual healing journey. I also need to go to the supermarket today and get some food because we're completely out of everything. It's Wednesday and I usually like to do the shop on a Monday, but we had other plans this week, and so here we are, it's Wednesday, and I made some kind of like pasta yesterday with remnants from the kitchen, but today's the day we need to go shopping. The other thing that I want to do just this morning while I'm waiting for my coffee to cool down is some stretches. I've been going to physiotherapy. It's something that I put on my Instagram yesterday. It was about sort of, if you don't invest into yourself and your own self-care, your own self-healing, why should people invest in you? And I think it's really, really true, and it's something I've been really trying to work on. I worked with my own coach and it was something that came up for me, was the hesitancy to like want to spend money on myself, even though I had that little bit of spare money to pay for a little massage or, you know, just those little things in life. I never did, but I wouldn't blink an eyelid. That's not the saying at all, but I wouldn't blink at all at going to Tesco and spending £20 on a new top. You know, it's all about it making sense in your own brain, and you get used to what you get used to. So the more I've paid for going to physio and Reiki, the more I'm used to it now. It's part of my routine and I budget for it, and I think that is one of the most amazing things that's ever happened, to be honest. So part of my physio is having stretches. I'm struggling a lot with my neck and pain here, so I might start this morning on a new note. This is a new thing of doing some stretches in the morning now, just to try and loosen myself up, because I sleep like, I don't know, I think I must just sleep in a big knotted ball, because when I wake up in the morning I feel like I've been put through a shredder. So yes, let's do that and then we'll see where the day takes us, I guess. Does anybody else find it overwhelming when you go onto YouTube and you put in something generic like neck stretches and there's like 600 that come up and you think, how do I know which one? Oh, I found one here called Tone and Tighten, neck pain gone, daily stretches for neck tightness and pain. That sounds brilliant, so we're gonna go with this guy and hope for the best.
If you need a little overpressure, you can then take your left hand up to the right side of your head and just apply a little gentle pressure, seconds to each side. Exercise number 3 is going to be for a
boo. I need a real-time person. Take 2.
Introducing the first ever and someone I don't know. Now it's like we're living in 2 separate worlds. Come on back to me. Say that you won't go. I can't cope without you and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go. It's been so cold without you here. We barely said goodbye before you disappeared.
I find stretches so boring, but I think sometimes following someone's video makes me less inclined to stop doing them before it's time, because I'm kind of like that. So that's what I find works. I've shared this before. This is just my weekly food diary, food planner, whatever. At the beginning, I'll link the video where I actually shared in detail, but there's a weekly weight tracker, and then there is weekly food diaries and like measurements and stuff like that, which I really like. So someone the other day said I mentioned my weight a lot. I do at the minute because I'm very focused on my fitness journey, and that includes my weight, because I want to be in the best shape I've ever been in for my wedding, which is in a year's time. So I've got a lot of, it's about tweaking, I think. It's about making healthier choices every single day so that it's easier. So it's going to be more of a sustainable approach for me, of just trying to find foods that work for me, foods that don't, and meals that I actually enjoy, and kind of reducing the carb content, because I know carbs just bloat me and don't make me feel good. But also leaving area there for it not to be perfect, you know, and for me to just be able to have times where I just want an Indian for tea, and that's okay, because life's for living as well, you know. It's not just all about losing weight, and always being 100% focused on our goals, because there's no room for fun and flexibility here. Actually, I need to get another one of these, unfortunately. This 12-week planner has been a bit of a up and down journey along the way. Feeling much more focused now than I have in the last year. This fitness journey started last November, and if I'm completely honest, in terms of my weight, I haven't done well, but in terms of my mental attitude and just how I feel about it, I feel so much better. I feel worlds apart, and I think sometimes that's where it's hard, because there's no proven results if you can't see the result. But I honestly feel like all of the things I've tried over the last year have got me to where I am now, which I feel like we're on the kind of, we're going up the hill now, which is a good place to be going. I think I cut myself off then, but I'm going to pick up another one of these 12-week planners from B&M, or Home Bargains I think it is, when I go to a gym later on, because it's very close to it, and then I can start over as well, because there is only one meal planner left in this for this week. So I will just plan some meals and do a little bit of a food shopping list, so that when I finish Reiki I can go to the supermarket and then that's done for the day. So that is the plan.
It's been so cold without you here. We barely said goodbye before you disappeared. It's been so cold without you here. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so it's done. If you've ever tried to sit down and think of this many meals for this many days, it's actually really, really hard. and it's just a rough guide to make sure that there's enough food in the house, healthy food that is, sort of fruit and veg and proteins, that we can just kind of figure it out. There's days like the day I see my dad, the entire like beginning to 3/4 part of my day gets taken, so eating at home is not an option. What we've been trying to do this last week is eat our main meal in the middle of the day, because we work from home, so we can do that. And I find that I'm sleeping better because I've got less food to digest, and then I'm eating just like sort of a lunch meal most days, not all the time. Like we've got friends come in on Monday night, so we're having Indian, but most of the time it's like I just feel better in the morning. I feel less sluggish, and I've been really enjoying doing that. So if you can do that, I mean, you could even make double the tea recipe and then have it, like take it in a takeaway container for lunch to work the next day. I used to do that all the time. But yeah, this is the kind of rough plan for this week, so I'll let you know how it goes. But this is kind of what the foods I've been gravitating towards. I am actually thinking, I'm not used to wearing all these clothes. Ooh, I have missed winter so much, and I've missed wearing these jumpers. But I'm thinking of grabbing an Actifry air fryer while I'm out, because I feel like it might make life a bit easier, and I'm willing to try anything that I think will make life easier and eating more fruit and veg easier too. So I might pick one of those up while I'm out, and we'll give it a go today and see how it is. I just really like the idea of sort of like crispy broccoli and crispy sweet potatoes. I know you can do all of those things in the oven. I just feel like being able to put it on and leave it to do its thing in the middle of the day would just be much easier for me than waiting for the oven to get to temperature. And to be honest, our kitchen and our bathroom are like 20 years old, and our oven, the elements inside, they're not really great, and so it's not very even at cooking. It's quite boring and annoying trying to cook in there. So if this can make my life easier, I'm all for that. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm going to finish my coffee now, then head off to Reiki, and I guess I'll check in with you guys maybe once I'm back from the shops. So yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. So we are back from Reiki, back from the shop, feeling good. It's about, I think it's 11:30. Yeah, we're on 11:30 now. So I'm going to put all of this shopping away. Is it boring to show you a food haul? It might be boring, but maybe I'll do that too. Okay, bear with me. So starting off in this corner, this is the health zone. I try to buy a lot of fruit and vegetables just for fibre, nutrients, vitamins and stuff. So I've got kale and spinach, they're like the beds of my salads. Onions, I always find the better value, unfortunately, in these packets, and they're smaller onions because I don't necessarily want lots and lots of red onion. I've got normal onions, broccoli, sweet potato, potatoes, avocados, I love these because they're already ripe, peppers, and then I bought this today, oh in fact there is a cucumber there as well, and sweet corn. Dom loves his sweet corn. I got some beetroot. I've not had beetroot in ages, and I saw it and it caught my eye, so I thought we'll try it. Over here we've got some garlic granules, can't live without these. I bought some chestnuts. I might put these in Sunday's video and eat these then. We love chestnuts, and I love that they're a seasonal thing. It makes me excited when they come back around. We just got normal milk. We buy the organic free range one just from Tesco. Then we've got here some berries, so strawberries, raspberries, and oh, they're tomatoes. Oh, I love tomatoes. Does anybody else love cherry tomatoes? Tender stem broccoli. This is a very random order. I love this. I've mentioned this in the past. It's delicious and I highly recommend it. I love to have this with some berries, either for breakfast or a nice little snack in the afternoon, something sweet. And I love the fact it's dairy free as well. Got some eggs. These eggs are amazing. They taste so nice, and they've got a really strong coloured yolk as well, which I love. I've got some garlic here. I always get the large one because I literally will use this entire thing, or at least half of it in one dish, so I do love my garlic. This is amazing. We use this all the time and I just rate it so much more than buying the jar. It tastes so much more authentic and delicious. It comes with everything you need. Then we've got drinks, we've got coffee, and then this tea. I just ran out of this, so I picked it up again. And then over to this section is the unhealthy section, which is the section I'm trying to stay away from. I'm going to call this Dom's section. We've got some cheese for paninis, some chips for like if I make Nando's for example, and then this bread is amazing, but I've got to stay away from it because I'm not supposed to be eating as much bread. Jalapeno chili and 3 cheese bloomer. Amazing. If you've got a Tesco near you, try this, it's so good. And then we've just got garlic bread, pizza, and then wraps. If I'm making fajitas, I will have it without a wrap, and I'll have it with rice, which is what I forgot to pick up, but thankfully we've got some in the cupboard. But yeah, I do like sometimes to get packet rice because I find it's a little bit easier and quicker. But because I forgot this week, what I'll do is make a big portion of rice and then I'll put it in the fridge and I can just reheat it that way. But I'm excited by this food shop. I also picked up a air fryer and I'm going to use that now for lunch. I'm trying to decide because it's a really funny time. Does anyone else do this? I saw this, would you call it a meme, where it was like, have you had coffee for a meal today? If you have, go and have another meal because coffee isn't food. That is me and Dom. That is our life. There is no nutritious value in coffee. And I constantly do it. I have a coffee, get on with my day, and then suddenly I realise it's lunchtime. So I'm trying to break that habit. So I might have some yogurt, and we've got some granola, and have some yogurt, granola and berries now. And then about maybe 2 o'clock, put the air fryer on and try it and make something delicious. I'm thinking like sweet potato, maybe a chicken breast and some roasted veg could sound really nice, and I think that's what we'll do today. So I'm going to pop this all away and I'll see you guys after. Right, where do we start, Rory? Where do we start? Does anyone else's fridge do this? Like if I open it, it just slowly closes itself again and nearly beheads my cat. So I have to put this like measuring cup in to keep the thing open. That right there is my life hack. Okay, where to start? Where to start?
Last minute, stop the clock and try to wake up. Behind your eyelids, a dream was lost again.
And here's a reality check for you. Why are you in my cupboard? Echo? Excuse me? Excuse me, Mr. Stripey Butt? What are you doing in there? Hey? I know some people find it gross when people have cats and they let them on their countertops. If our window wasn't here and it wasn't a part of the house that the cats really enjoy, I wouldn't let them on the countertops, but I'm just fighting a losing battle with it, to be honest. So here we are, this is the reality. I always wipe the sides and, make sure everything's hygienic before I cook. And it's just reality of living with cats. If you've ever lived with a cat, you'll know they are stubborn. They do what they want and they get in any space that you remove something from, for example, the cupboard. So that's all away now, and I am gonna make myself some breakfast because I am Ank Marvin, as my dad would say.
I told you everything I wanted to. Now you follow me and I follow you back home.
They are insane. They're more expensive than normal ones, but they are so sweet. They remind me of all the time I've spent picking them off the bushes in New Zealand, but they are, they're on another level. Oh my god, yum. Okay, here we have, I keep cutting myself out today. I've got my breakfast here. The granola I've just got a bit of this on top. It's really, really nice, and I love that it has a bit of chocolate in. If you can't tell, I'm in a bit of a chocolate mood today, but this is just really... Are you having fun down there? Are you going in the bag? What's in here? Are you going in? It's really delicious. This is very satiating, very satisfying, and I love all the textures and flavours that is going on with the sourness from the blueberries, sweetness from the raspberries, and then the deliciousness that is the chocolate yogurt. I'm going to dig into this. It is lunchtime now and I've just chopped up loads and loads of peppers and onions, and I'm going to try something completely random. I did see this last night. I was doing some research and someone did this, so I thought I would try it. I've got some fajita seasoning here that I picked up from Lidl, I think it was, and I'm going to put all of the vegetables in the bottom of this air fryer and then put the chicken on top, and hopefully it cooks. I'm just going to do it for like 20 minutes or something like that, and I will report back and see how it does, because if this works, it's going to be game changing, honestly. It's going to be amazing.
So restart this moment, it's all secondary thoughts. And I feel you're the only one.
Okay, so that's the chicken in, and then the veggies underneath. I'm intrigued. Oh god, how does it even close? Okay. Oh, that looks good. This is gonna be hot. I think I might give it a stir and then put it back in for maybe another 15 minutes, but that chicken looks amazing. That looks amazing. Oh, I've got it slightly crispy because we both like it crispy. I'm gonna pop these in for a little while and see how they come out. Here's the finished meal. That looks absolutely delicious and amazing, and like good fuel for the gym as well. There's so much in there. So I used this garlic and herb dressing to dress it. There is a bed of spinach and kale, and then I've got some tomatoes, some beetroot that I got today, and then the fajita, some avocado, some dressing. Oh, yum. Do you ever just feel like life as a cat would be so much easier? He just sits here like the king he is, gets fed his food, doesn't have to worry about his weight. Oh, he just has a good life. Every day is a new day to be pampered. Oh yes, Echolas. The day's cracking on, and the old version of me would have just given up at this point. The only problem we've found with having food in the afternoon is it can sometimes derail me and like my agenda, so we're still trying to figure out whether it works or not. I would have liked to have got to the gym much earlier than now. I think it's about 5 o'clock now. So anyway, I'm gonna go and be with every other person who goes to the gym at this exact time. I think sometimes like with working at home, I can just go at any time, so I could go at like 2 or 3 o'clock, but I find myself always ending up there with every other person when the gym is at its busiest, which isn't when I like to go. It's just how life works out, I guess. But my rule is, if I get a little inspiration for 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds that says you should go to a gym today, Kay, I just get up and go and put some clothes on. By the time I'm putting my shoes on, that's it then. I'm not going to take them back off again, and I end up going to the gym. So my current target is to go 3 times a week, and I'm trying to get back into swimming as well. So maybe swimming once or twice a week on top of that. If I don't manage to get to the gym in a week, sort of like if I'm on my period or something like that, I'm trying to just go for a nice evening walk, which is what I would have done today, but I haven't done any cardio all week, and I kind of feel like, you know when you feel like you've just got some energy to get out? When I lay in bed sometimes at night, I think I should have gone for a run today, so here we are. I'll see you all when I get back. I am back from the gym, and I am so glad that I got off this booty of mine and went. I had every intention of filming once I got out of the gym, and then I realised the sunset while I was in there. It's still pitch black outside, so that wasn't a winner. I actually screenshot a part of the, I want to call it a podcast. It's lots and lots of really inspirational speeches mixed with songs that I really enjoy. I think I've mentioned this maybe in the past. They're a bit like Tony Robbins-y, so if you're not into that kind of thing, then you won't be into this. But the only time I ever listen to it is when I'm running. It really gives me the fuel to keep running. It's a constant reminder of why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm working so hard. And it's not just about the fitness. A lot of what they talk about is life and doing better, being happy with what you've got, working hard. And just these constant reminders, and I love it. I go into a different realm. I'm sure when I'm running on that running machine in the gym, I'm just like, yes! So anyway, I found, I mean, I listen to the same playlist on repeat every time. What's funny is each time I go to the gym, a different part of a different song hits me in the face. And I always love to screenshot which bit. So today it was called Shut Out All Distractions, 237. Let me find it for you guys.
A habit of discipline. Discipline from shutting out what most won't, so you have the things most don't. A habit of going all in. A habit of integrity. When you say your goal matters to you, show that it matters. Make it a priority. If you want to achieve great things, shut out the distractions of this world and make your goal a priority.
Powerful stuff. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's such a good reminder that we are in control of our thoughts and that your mind is stronger than your body. I love it. So I'll leave that linked below. It's called Fearless Motivation and it's on Spotify. There's also a really good one that's on YouTube that you don't need to sign in for or anything. So I'll leave that as well if I can find it, because they're always deleting and moving things around because of copyright. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this, but even if I do, I feel like I wanted that to be heard and seen. Rory's just off whimpering over there, bless him. Are you okay? You miss me? Yeah. Poor baby. So I'm gonna get myself in the shower and then put some pajamas on. At this current moment in time, I am not hungry in the slightest, which is kind of a thing. I should have probably filmed this on a different day. I've mentioned this a lot as well, but if you follow my vlogs closely, I might repeat myself a lot, but I kind of do because not everybody does. There's lots of new people coming to the channel every day. There's some people who watch certain videos and some who don't. Depending on the time in my cycle, it depends on how hungry I am, what cravings I have, and so on and so forth. So at this part, I've just come off my period. I'm feeling quite energized, feeling uplifted, hopeful, inspired, but also not hungry at all. Like, I just have no appetite for anything. Food, I don't care about it really. Whereas some days, like, I am a ravenous hole and I could just keep eating. But today is not that day. So, I mean, I just like to go with it. And I think that's part of having a healthy relationship with food, is saying, actually, I'm not hungry right now and that's okay. And there are going to be days where I'm more hungry than others, and just making sure that I am being sensible enough, I think, is the thing. It's having the trust in yourself to know when it's like the backing track of my life. What I was trying to say is it's having the trust in yourself and building that trust with yourself to know when you've had enough and when you're just eating out of habit or eating out of eating's sake, or when you're not eating enough but you're doing it on purpose as well, because under eating consistently when you're already at a good weight is not healthy either. So it swings and roundabouts in this old game of life. I think what I might have when I get out of the shower shout loud. I think Rory might be telling me that he's hungry. So I'm gonna go feed the cat, have a shower, and then I might make a nice cup of tea to finish the day. Feeling tired now, definitely. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got this kind of new routine where an hour-ish before bed I come upstairs and I turn off the telly, try and put my phone to bed, and I just read. And the reading I'm doing at the minute is this book called The Body Keeps the Score. Felt like I should include this in today's video because it's not really been a focused video about one topic in particular. It's just more about my overall journey to health, and that is mentally, physically, spiritually, all the things. This book is actually really interesting. If you love psychology like me, you'll love this. It's like a little bit of a geek book. A little interesting fact for you is, if I had to retrain to do anything, I would become a psychologist. So yeah, that's if everything fails, that's what I'll do. But I love this. It says mind, brain and the body in the transformation of trauma. So it's basically just about the body and how the body can hold the trauma and then bring it back up again in later life. Fascinating stuff, and something that I'm really interested in. So I'm just loving learning more and just diving into this topic. I just think you can never go wrong with investing in your own knowledge and getting insights into your own life and things you've been through as well. So I definitely love that. So I'm going to read this now and have a nice cup of tea. I've got Rory here with me, absolutely passed out, echoes on the landing. Oh, all is good in the world. Before I go, I wanted to touch on the fact that I have in the past made videos talking about struggling with chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia and chronic conditions like that. When I make a video like this, I don't want people to watch this who are really struggling and think, oh, she can do it, why can't I? It's been 2 years since the worst of my chronic fatigue, and I do still get flare-ups, and I do still have days where it's hard to get out of bed, where it's hard to sleep at night. But on the whole, fingers crossed, I think we're on the up. I think we're over the hill. I get questions a lot on Instagram if I put that I've been running. People say, how can you run with chronic fatigue? Like, doesn't it knock you out the next day? The biggest shift I found for myself was not putting any labels on it. I was scared to run. I tried it so many times in the past and I just set myself up for a fail because I would go for a run and I would say to myself, tomorrow, that's it, you're not going to be able to do anything. And you know what? I wouldn't be able to. So when I started this again, I started walking more, I started going swimming, and I slowly increased, and I started doing this 5k app that I've had in the past and just slowly worked my way up. Now I'm able to run for half an hour, and that is just everything I've ever wanted to. That feels like I've got my own health back, and there are days when you do struggle, but I think sometimes pushing myself that little bit, you know, within the right condition, it does help. And taking the label of I'm not going to be well tomorrow, or this is going to make me too tired, just taking that mental toll off myself just helped me to actually give it a go and to realise that things are now better than I thought they were, which is a blessing and something that if you're struggling, I really hope is going to happen for you too. But all I can say is slowly but surely, and just listen to your body and know when it does need rest. Like I said, if there's a certain time of the month where I struggle more, I don't go to the gym and I don't do any exercise because it's the last thing I want to do. But I felt it was important to mention that here because I assume people out there might be like, wait, what? You've caught me on a good day is the thing here, but most days these days are good. There were days, you know, in the past where a whole month would go by and I didn't have a single bright day, but they are getting more and more now, these bright days, and I'm very happy about it. I'm excited about it for me and for you guys because it means that I can create more content and feel more on it. I've had a very chatty video today. I've just managed to talk for another 4 minutes. Anyway, I best not add anything more to this video because it's already way too long. I hope you all have a really good day. If you're on your own fitness journey, I really wish you all the best with it. Remember to just look after yourself and to remind yourself often it doesn't happen overnight. It's the little changes we make every single day that add up and make the biggest difference. So keep going with whatever you're doing and keep giving yourself that pat on the back when you need it and when you definitely deserve it. So that's it from me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I'll leave a list of videos down below or a playlist of other videos that you might find interesting that are to do with this topic. And that's it from me. So I will see you all in my next video.